Hi Libra, welcome to your May 2017 Astro Update. It's Raina here. This reading is for Libra Sun and Libra Rising. So Libra, what is happening in May? Well, you're going to have an emphasis on a couple of specific houses, one of them being the 8th house. For you, the 8th house is the house of Taurus. And the sun will be there for the first 3 weeks of the month. The 8th house is the house of sex, death, and other people's money. So you may have some focus there. There could be some kind of inheritance issue. There could be some sort of philosophical pursuit. I think that for some of you that could definitely be the case. Where the meaning of life, like what's it all about? Because you do have Jupiter in the first house in your sign. And Jupiter is the natural ruler of the 9th house of the higher mind, okay, including religious beliefs. And so when you have the sun in this house, it's like spotlighting or focusing on issues related to your philosophy of life and, you know, kind of wondering if there is meaning in your life. But I said that for the first few weeks, the 8th house is emphasized, which Scorpio naturally rules. So this is more intense and dealing with deep down psychological issues and also metaphysics, which is like, is there life after death? What kind of things are really happening? You know, even conspiracy theories falls into this category. And some people might think conspiracy theories are frivolous speculation, frivolous speculation, but it's really not. The idea of trying to get to the bottom of something is, I think, incredibly important. And now more so now than ever before, because we're getting a lot of conflicting information, and it's designed, I feel, to throw us off track and to get us focused on the wrong thing. And so you may be exploring these issues. And Libra is a very frothy kind of a sign. You know, you're very graceful and sociable, but you're not necessarily that deep. And I don't say that in a bad sense at all, because, you know, sometimes being deep can be quite ponderous, can be quite heavy, and you can be a very uplifting influence on other people. And the scorpionic energy that the 8th house represents can be a little bit more intense, and yet we all have to have these transits. And so it can be good because, you know, the sun will be going in that 8th and 9th houses, the house the Sagittarius naturally rules. And then it's more of an expansive energy. It deals with foreigners, foreign travel, university level study, publishing, PR work, you know, like advertising and stuff like that. So that's one focus, because actually Mercury is going to go direct on May 3rd in Aries, which is your opposite sign, the house of partnership, the house that you rule, and Venus, your ruler, rules. And then it goes to that 8th house on May 16th. It started the retrograde in that 8th house and went back into the 7th house, and now it's direct on May 3rd. So if you are in a committed partnership, you may have kind of grappled with issues with a partner surrounding being intimate. What does that truly mean? Are you willing to share of yourself with a partner? Libra is all about the image. And I should, you know, differentiate between Libra and Leo, which we might associate with being about, you know, an image. But with Libra, I'm talking about how something looks like. And because you rule the area surrounding marriage, you may want to promote this idea if you are committed to somebody that you have like this perfect marriage. And everything on the surface may look like that, but you may know deep down inside that you're not connecting deeply with your partner. And in the last couple of months, you may have been grappling with this and coming to terms with it. And Venus is in your sector all month in Aries, so that is smoothing things over for a marriage that has been dealing with this issue. It's also good with Venus in Aries, in your 7th house, dealing with clients that can bring money. Maybe you're going to have more clients. Now, let me talk a little bit about the 9th house, because that is featured. The sun goes there, as I said, on the 20th of May, and Mars is there all month. Mars in the 9th house can be rather zealous. I actually have this in my natal chart, and it's about promoting ideas, okay? So if you're somebody who is really into a certain philosophy, you may feel this urge to be up on a soapbox, trying to persuade people to believe what you believe. And why this is, it could be because you had some kind of a spiritual awakening of sorts when you had, just having the sun there for a few weeks, just having Mercury in that house. You may have really done some deep thinking, and now you want to tell everybody. And that's what a neophyte does. They always want to convert people to their side because they're still kind of insecure about their beliefs because they're so new. I mean, that's just one possible interpretation. But it can be that you are going to be traveling because you know what? You're going to have a new moon in this sector on May 25th. So that might be when things kick off. And it's like, okay, here are the tickets. I'm out of here. Mars is a very active influence. And so you may be just chomping at the bit to travel long distance. And this may, if it has anything to do with spiritual matters, you may be going to, let's say, maybe some of you are doing some kind of yoga teacher training in a foreign country like Bali or something. And you are like, because with Mars, there's that physical component. And it could just be like you doing these exercises, or just doing a lot of traveling, a lot of movement in faraway places. But with the 9th house, it also could be philosophical matters that are pushing you to do this. So that's very exciting. That's very expansive. And of course, as I say, you have Jupiter in your sign until October. So you have this influence anyhow for expansion. And I don't know why I'm saying the new moon before the full moon in some of these forecasts. Usually I go in order, but anywho, you're going to have a full moon in Scorpio on May 10th. And this is going to be in your 2nd house of earned income. So yes, sometimes full moons can bring endings. Maybe you're ending a certain job, and therefore you're not going to be receiving money from that place. But it could very well be that something that you have been doing work-wise finally pays off. And so, just like the moon when it's full, it's like at its peak. The same thing with your earnings. They could be at a peak too. It's kind of like the tide coming in, just bringing in all this money from the work that you do. So that's very good for that. But yeah, so it looks like the romance or the committed relationship is really on point. And it looks like you're going to have a lot of expansive opportunities, Libra. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have an awesome May. Bye.